Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's make sure everything is good. Everything is good. Everything is crispy. Welcome
Yes,
to
sir.
another Wednesday podcast live stream. Whatchamacallit. I don't know what I'm calling this thing, but we're here having a good time talking sneakers, talking fashion, talking content creation with the homie. We are here talking sneakers. We have some news to talk about, but let's get a little brief introduction on the man, Spencer Cross. Welcome to the podcast.
Hey, what's up? What's up? Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here. Ready to hang out and talk sneakers, man.
Hey, perfect, perfect.
We got
Um,
a lot to talk about.
yes, we do. Yes, we do. So we got some new sneaker news coming in with the Travis Scott Air Jordan 1 Low. Now it's the olive colorway. Rumored to release spring 2023. We thought we might see this pair December 15th, but now it is spring 2023. Dropping as a women exclusive in extending sizes. So don't worry, big feet gang, you can get this pair as well. What are your thoughts on these initial images?
Well, I'm already a little worried when I see women's sizing because I'm a size 14 men's and I don't know if they're going to extend it all the way up to 15 and a half women's, but we'll have
Dang.
to find out.
Uh huh.
But man, I mean, dude, I actually saw a picture of this yesterday or today too, and these are clean, man. These are all like these are nice. I mean, I actually have the reverse mochas,
Mm-hmm.
and this color blocking is kind of similar to those. And he was rocking some a couple weeks back at Rolling Loud actually. I guess that was like a month or two now ago. He brought out a pair that was pretty similar to these,
Mm-hmm.
and I think they had a cream swoosh instead. It was basically like a reverse mocha, but black instead of mocha.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw those,
Mm-hmm. I did.
but I was into those, but they were looking too close to the reverse mocha, so I didn't know if that was like friends and family or sample, obviously. But man, I'm a huge fan of olive, and that just fits Travis perfectly. Cactus Jack. I mean, these are awesome.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely do like that detail of the olive green swoosh and the lacing system. Maybe they were working with different color blockings or different colorways on the swoosh. That's maybe why we saw that cream swoosh. But I think these are a
Yeah.
lot better than the all black ones that are rumored to come out December 15th. I'm not feeling those black ones. Have you seen the all black ones?
Yeah, I'm not feeling those either, man.
Yeah,
I've never been a fan of all black sneakers. It doesn't matter if it's Travis
Travis.
Scott or if it's an Ultra Boost, like all
Yeah.
black. I mean, I say that with Ultra Boost. All black to me is a great shoe for the gym. It's not a great shoe to like bust out like you're rocking some heat.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. And then one thing with that, the all black pair, I'm not a big fan of the contrast stitching. So that white stitching, I'm not a big fan of that. And the sock lining,
Yeah.
the material in the sock lining is a little off. But
Yeah.
this pair is almost perfect in my opinion because olive green, perfect pair, perfect colorway for this. Basically reverse mocha, like you said, it's
Yeah,
fire.
the only thing with these though, why I feel like this is a fall winter shoe. Like I don't know why they're releasing these in the spring. I guess maybe with maybe delays or something, but
Yeah, no, that could definitely be it. But sometimes Nike and Jordan brand, they tend, even with the Halloween shoe, they release it like on Halloween day, and you can't even wear it
mhm.
until next Halloween. So I don't
Yeah,
know,
that's true.
maybe, maybe they're doing something. But I think this is a perfect pair. I might like
That's
this one
a
more than the reverse mocha, in my opinion. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean the green's clean. I'm trying to look at that sole, the insole. Sorry, that's a new logo that we're seeing there. We haven't normally seen those on Jordans or Travis Scott Jordans
No,
specifically.
you talking about the Air Jordan right here at the top, right with the 23 in flames, kinda.
Yeah, that's fire, dude.
Yeah, so I'm expecting merch with this. With Travis Scott, he always drops merch, so we should see. Maybe we'll see this logo on some of his clothing.
Yeah, that would be cool. Or maybe throw it on the box or something.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And they always do like better boxes for Travis Scott stuff. So I don't know. We haven't seen if this is a legit pair, if this is a concept pair, friends and family pair.
Right.
They have a whole bunch of different stuff. And right here, we're going back to the insoles. We have a little bit different Cactus Jack branding right here on the bottom. I guess the heel portion. We have this
Yeah.
23 logo as well. So the merch might be going crazy.
Yeah,
To
it
be
always
honest.
does.
Yeah,
Yeah, for
exactly.
sure.
So that
That's
is that
cool.
topic. So the next piece of topic,
Oh man.
yeah, we already know Kanye and Gap are done. They parted ways, but I guess Gap is still trying to throw some shade in a way by releasing a Yeezy Slide lookalike. What's your whole thoughts on this Gap Yeezy stuff? Like, is this necessary?
Man, no, it's not. I think Kanye's already mad. This is just gonna make him more mad. And he's done so much for this company. I mean, Gap already in the short time that he's been there.
Hmm.
And I get it, man. If I get the whole thing with Adidas too, like I understand why he's upset. If they're gonna be doing things like this needs to be a Yeezy if they're gonna do it. And if they're if they're it's not gonna have Yeezy tied to it, they don't need to do it. It's as simple as that, I think.
Yeah,
Um
and the timing
and I
of it
did
is all off. The timing, like,
Yeah, and who knows? Maybe they did start making these before all of this was going down with Kanye. I don't think this Kanye stuff has been going on just as of recently. I think it's been an ongoing thing the past months, even years. Who knows with with Kanye? But
mhm.
um, it's crazy. It's almost something new every day with these guys. It's kind of hard to keep up with sometimes
Yeah.
because it's always like something new and happening with Kanye. He's looking like 5 years ahead of time, probably more than that. But I don't know if you saw today on Gap's Instagram. I don't know if you can check it right now, but if you type in Gap, they've changed their profile pic to Yeezy. So I don't know if they're
Okay,
working on
I see
something.
it. I
You
see
see
it.
that?
Yeah.
So it's just stuff like that. Like that's today. Like so, who knows what's going on over there? I mean, we're just gonna have to find out. But you're not gonna see me buying any of these.
Yeah, no, exactly. Because I've been seeing these Yeezy Slide dupes, whatever you want to call it. I know Target has a pair. I know I've seen stuff at like Ross and Walmart making foam runners and different things like that. And
Exactly.
it's crazy because, like, I mean, obviously, like you were saying, this could have been maybe been working on for the past year, and now it's just coming to light that all this stuff is coming out. But it's
Yeah,
crazy, man. Like, bro, leave this man alone. Like, stop playing with him, bro.
man. He's going. I don't know, man. He's gonna do something, and it's gonna blow up. I just hope he works it out with Adidas. I know we're talking about Gap right now, but obviously the slides have a correlation to Adidas. But
Hmm.
I just hope they work it out, man. And it's just like also I noticed today I went on YeezyGap.com
Hmm.
and I saw someone post it actually, which is why I went. But they dropped the prices on some of his shirts on there. So they're still selling Yeezy Gap
Yeah.
stuff as we speak. So that's what makes me believe, like, okay, are they actually, done? Are they trying to work this out? Like, so we'll just have to find out.
Yeah, I know. I know that was one of Kanye's biggest thing is that he wanted to make it at a reasonable price point, and then Gap went ahead and started releasing hoodies. I mean, not so much the blank one because that blank one, that perfect hoodie, I believe it is the perfect hoodie, the original. The black, green, blue, the OG Gap and Yeezy hoodie. That was
Yeah, I
$80.
got those.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's fire. That is the perfect hoodie. I love that hoodie. I only have the black one, but I wear that one
yeah,
like almost every single day. But then they released the other ones like at a price point for like $300. So
yeah,
I don't know why they went because even at $80, I know he was trying to get everything down to like 60, 70, 50 around that price point. Even some things
yeah,
like in the $20 range.
yeah,
But then to have that price jump for the other stuff, the other Yeezy Gap, $300 plus. I know the face mask was like $80, $80 alone. So
yeah. At this point, those Gap slides are probably going to be like more than the Yeezy slides for retail
hey, I
with
wouldn't
the way this is going.
exactly. I wouldn't put it past it. Or they're gonna slide him and make him $10, like something how he wanted them to be. Because he wanted these slides and foam runners. I think around 10, $20. So they might do that. Let's
Runners $20 due a long time ago, but we never saw him go under 80. So I don't know, man. If he starts, but you've heard all the talk too about him opening Yeezy stores, and he wanted a Yeezy Gap store, like physical location too. So
Mhm.
I mean, and obviously he didn't get that. But if he does have his own Yeezy stores, he's going to be done with Gap if he's going to do that. You know, he's just going to be selling his own stuff.
Yeah, and I mean that would be great to just be able to walk into a store and be able to pick up slides, foam runners, and/or clothing. So I hope that actually does happen.
Yeah, and if he does do that, I could see him getting those prices down himself if that does happen.
And Atlanta's probably going to be one of his first spots. I know he was posting about that. Atlanta, let's make it
Yeah.
happen. So I'm hoping it does happen. Let's shout out to some people in the chat right now. We got Ivy in the building. Welcome. Noah in the building. Ed, and Eddie in the building. 7 Top 7s. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. If you are new here, make sure to hit that sub button and hit that like button as well. They're right next to each other, and I really do appreciate that from you guys. So that's all the pieces of sneaker news that I do have. Let me stop sharing my screen. Now we get to see you. And basically we hop into the portion where we just get to know you a little bit better, your sneaker journey, your sneaker history. And what better question to start off with is, what is that one sneaker that got you into sneakers? What was that shoe?
Oh man. I mean, I've always been into sneakers since middle school, high school is when I really started getting into them. You know, the whole Roche Run era that obviously took high schoolers by storm.
Yeah.
Then I really got into like Nike Flyknits, just because I was working out and I was playing sports and stuff. So Flyknits were really big for me. I know that's probably like everyone here is probably like, you know, Jordans or Yeezys and everything like that, but that's kind of how I got started. And I was also playing football and baseball. I played baseball in college for a couple of years, so cleats were huge for me, and I always loved like customizing cleats. I think in high school I had 2 or 3 pairs of like custom Adidas cleats, so it was always cool like getting those fresh kicks in. You know, checking out the designs and kind of bringing my designs to life. That's kind of what really got me into it. But of course, in like high school, you know, I was working some side jobs in the summer, you know, my junior and senior year, because I was playing football and baseball basically year round. So I didn't have much time to work or much time to go out and buy sneakers. So I was doing a little summer gig, and I was actually just looked back at my first pickup on the Sneakers app. It was in 2016. I had the Sneakers app, which it released in 2015. I know a lot of people probably haven't had the app for that long.
That's OG status right there.
Yeah, so I picked up a pair of the Team USA Flyknit Prestos.
Okay.
That was my first ever sneakers cop, I guess you could say, on Nike sneakers. But I guess you could really say the Flyknit stuff. Obviously, basketball shoes were always popular. I didn't play basketball in high school. I played up until high school. I did have some like LeBrons in middle school and all of that. But as I got to college and was in baseball and you know, seeing people rock Jordans more, you know, I was friends with football players and walking around on campus. I remember seeing this guy in class. He had a pair of wool gray Ultra Boost 1.0. I know Noah's in the chat. He'll like this one. Dude, I remember seeing that guy every day in class and just looking at his shoes and just wanting them so bad.
Yeah.
Because that's when I was really getting into Boost, and like this was probably 2015, 2016.
That one and the cream one. Those were the Ultra Boost that were going crazy.
Yeah, so Boost really, I would say Boost took me over the edge into the sneaker game. Because obviously, you know, I found out about NMDs and Ultra Boost and all of those. Started collecting Ultra Boost. Was watching it's Teddy. I don't know if you're familiar with Teddy, but he's a really big Boost guy, and you know, just seeing him with all the exclusive Ultra Boosts that I couldn't find anywhere, and yeah, just really started with Boost, and then obviously during that time was around the time Yeezy was getting started with Yeezy Boost, and you already know back then that those were dang near impossible to find.
Exactly. Yeah.
Especially for retail. But yeah, my first ever pair of Yeezys was 2017, pair of blue tints. And after that, that's really what like sparked it. I mean, that's what got me into all the drops and tried to, you know, build my collection from there.
Okay, so you had an introduction. You went from Flyknits, and then you moved up from cleats, and then you started going into Yeezys. So, I mean, obviously, Ultra Boost was king back then. The cream ones, the gray ones, the white on whites, and basically the black ones. Those were like the 5 horsemen for Adidas. And then they started doing NMDs with Pharrell and then Yeezy basically runs Adidas right now. Like if what Kanye is saying, what he said, 70% of market share makes up just Yeezy of Adidas. So I can believe that because what does Adidas really have right now that they're putting out that people are actually going to buy, other than maybe the occasional, Ultra Boost or NMD that you might use for running here or there. So and it's funny that you brought up the Roshe run, because that's what Kanye wanted to make, was the Roshe run of Adidas. And at first I was skeptical, because I was like, the Turtle Doves came out, I whiffed. Oxford Tans, Pirate Blacks, Moon Rocks, all of these came out, and they're going for thousands of dollars. I was like, damn, man, Kanye's capping, bro. He's not gonna drop these. And then we slowly started seeing like the V2 emerge, and then those being more widely accessible. My first V2 was the Beluga 2.0s, not even the original ones. I had to wait to the 2.0s. Shout out to Wifey for waiting in line for that for me while I was at work. So she actually got me my first pair of Yeezys ever. But,
that's big time.
Yeah, exactly. So that shoe was always in my collection. But I started collecting sneakers around 2010. That's when I first got into sneakers. That was my high school era, 9th, 10th grade. And I started selling candy in school to make money to buy sneakers. Originally, I was starting to sell candy to save up for a trip, to save up for a car, different things like that. But then I started seeing all the guys in school with fresh sneakers. And, I mean, I had nice sneakers. I had Air Force Ones, Adidas Shell Toes, stuff that you can get at the mall for around $80-$90, Then I just started buying sneakers with my candy money, making really good money selling candy, bro. Like, almost $200 to $300 a week selling candy at school. Yeah. So I had bought a pair of shoes every week. Yeah, I bought one pair of shoes every week. That's what I limited myself to. And the collection started getting out of hand. I remember at high school at one point I had around maybe 70, 80 pairs as a high schooler. So I was like, bruh, what am I doing?
That's a lot. Yeah,
exactly. So that's when I made my first YouTube video back in 2011-ish, showing off some of the shoes in my collection. And I was a little squeaker, a little high school kid. My voice hadn't come in yet. So it's funny to look back on that video and see that. And then just to see where I've come, to this collection now. How many pairs would you say is in your collection now, roughly?
Oh man, we're talking about this the other day. Actually, my wife was in here and we were just looking around, and she actually counted 80 pairs in this room right here. But some of these, there's more in the closet. Some of these boxes don't have shoes in them. I would say between 80 and 100 right now.
That's a really solid collection, 80 to 100.
Yeah, and some of these I've been holding, like some, I've got a pair of Wave Runners and a pair of Zebras on ice. So like some shoes I've doubled up on, and I believe either I'm gonna bust out a clean pair later, or I could always sell it down the line. So just shoes like that I kind of hang on to. But yeah, that's about where I'm at.
That's a pretty solid collection. I'm right there with you. I'm at that 70 to 80 mark. I keep most of them over here in this room, and then I have like my go-to sneakers upstairs. Air Max 1s, Air Max 90s, nothing too crazy. But with that question, as a follow-up, us as sneakerheads having that many pairs of shoes, we tend to kind of wear the at-the-door shoes. So what are your at-the-door shoes? Like, what are the ones that you go to run an errand? Like, what are they?
I might get a lot of hate for this, but
let's see.
This is what I was wearing today.
Okay, hey, that's one of my at-the-door shoes too.
Panda Dunks. I mean, so clean.
Simple, easy to wear.
Today. Yeah, these are at the door for sure. You can wear them with anything. What else? I'm trying to think. I've been wearing Foam Runners is another one. Slides, man, my slides. If I had to pick one out the door shoes, it's got to be Yeezy slides. I mean, they're just so easy, and you can rock those with everything too.
Yeah, no,
man, I've been wearing these.
I agree.
I've been wearing these a lot lately too. I just got these on Yeezy Day.
Okay, those are the analog, I think.
The analog 700, yeah.
Yes.
These are super clean. Been wearing these a lot too, but
700, super cozy shoe, and it goes with everything too. It's clean.
That's my favorite Yeezy model, hands down. 700. I like 700 V1 and V2. I'm not a fan of V3. I actually have 0 700 V3s in my collection.
Okay.
So, but yeah, at the door, man, usually a it's usually a clean, white or black shoe that I can rock easily, and then I'm not afraid of, stepping in mud or or it raining on me or something. So yeah, just those are a few, I guess, off the top of my head.
Yeah, exactly. I know we
What
tend.
about you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm right there with you. My pandas are back here, but that is a shoe that I might wear once a week, twice a week,
Hmm.
just to step out in. Foam runners is mainly what it
Yeah,
would be. Foam runners.
sure.
I have the Onyx one, so they're all black. I tend to wear that one a lot.
I got that
Um,
one right here,
yeah,
actually.
that's a good pair. That's a really good pair.
Yeah.
And then other than that, I mean, I wear a lot of like Air Max, so like Air Max One, Air Max 97, Air Max 90s,
Nice.
Air Max 98, stuff like that. Models that not too many people like. I know everyone wears 90s and 95s,
Yeah.
but I really like the Air Max 98. I like the Air Max Tailwinds. The
Hmm.
Tailwinds are fire, and the best part about most of those is that you can find them at your outlets. So like Air
Yeah,
Max 98s, I picked up at outlets, both colorways. Air Max Tailwinds, both colorways, for like $30 or $40. Like that's one thing I like to stress to like people like you don't need to have thousands of dollars to start a sneaker collection or even be like considered a sneakerhead. You can go to your
yeah,
outlets, you can go to your Foot Lockers, the on sale sections, and there's plenty of good models out there right
for
now
sure.
that are either at retail or under retail.
A
So
100%.
yeah, that's something I like to stress. But I do see you got two heavy hitters right there. I see you have the reverse mochas and the Travis fragments right
Yeah,
there.
man.
What
Yeah, these
what would be your favorite Travis collab if you had to pick one out of all the Jordans?
favorite Jordan Travis collab.
Yeah,
Um, man, probably.
we got a lot.
I
The
mean, probably
sixes, the fours, all the ones.
I've got the British khaki sixes. I mean, it's got to be the fragment highs probably for me.
Okay.
Um, but the Moji Mocha highs too. I mean, those are two Grail sneakers. I mean, I'd love to have either one of those in my collection.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd probably have to go OG Mocha highs.
OG Mocha highs.
That's what set the tone for him. That's what woke us all up to Travis and Jordan, and that's the shoe that obviously is the most well. Fragment highs are probably more, huh?
Yeah, because it was the most limited.
Yeah,
So they're like at around. I think the fragment highs are sitting at like around 3,000 to 4,000.
yeah,
Travis Mocha OGs are I think around like 15 to 2,000 depending on your size. Uh,
yeah. Size 14, that can go up and down,
yeah,
but
exactly, because that's a difficult size.
I'd have to go OG Mocha highs. I've always wanted that shoe. Funny thing is though, is I had the OG Mocha lows
Uh huh.
and size 14, which is really rare size, but I traded up for those and actually traded those for the fragments. So I
Yeah,
don't
I
know
think
what you think about that trade, but
no,
I
I
think
think that's solid. I think that's solid. I think that's
okay,
super fair. Yeah, I think that's super fair. Only thing is like the OG is they tend to hold their value a little bit more, but that one has been peaking too with the fragment. The triple collab
yeah,
being that it's the fragment Travis Scott. So I mean, I think it's a super fair deal. I recently just sold my wife's pair of OG Mocha lows.
mm,
At I went to Kickchella. It was the event that they had here. ATATF
hmm,
was hosting it here at the
hmm,
convention center by the airport, and I actually sold those size 8. So that was the smallest size that they made to the public. My wife's a size 7.5, so she had to double socket, force
hmm.
field, and it was still a little big on her.
Oh
Um,
wow,
yeah, I sold those for eleven
what?
hundred.
Oh wow, used?
Yeah, used. Yeah, she used them,
Okay,
and she used to wear them.
that's
She wore them.
that's
She wore
good.
them a lot.
See, that's the thing with these two right here that makes me. I've worn these so much. I need to tell you like how I got these. It's actually a pretty cool story.
Okay.
But I haven't worn the fragments as much.
Mhm.
But I think about it and I'm like the example you just shared, like these two shoes, I can wear them and sell them later and still, come out pretty good.
Yeah.
You know.
No, and
Um,
that's going to be one of the topics we're going to touch on, reps versus real, and that is basically the biggest component for buying a real sneaker, is that
yeah.
you can you can wear them and still make thousands of dollars on certain models. So, but
Yeah,
we'll leave that
sure.
topic for a little bit later. But let me know how you got the Travis Reverse Mocha lows.
So I actually won a. I entered in a StockX competition
Oh wow.
for it was a video competition. Always, I think it was hashtag always on it or always own it. And I just submitted, I actually did two videos and it was just like outfit videos.
Mm-hmm.
And none of them like popped off. None of them really went viral, but StockX picked me and two other people, I guess, in the contest.
Damn,
And
three
they
out of
like,
everyone that entered.
dude, yeah, and I don't know how many people entered, but like I didn't find out till I kind of blew it off because I was like, there's no way. But then I was thinking, I was like, maybe not a lot of people knew about the competition, so I got like a random DM from StockX like weeks later, like
Mm-hmm.
maybe even a month or so later, and was like, "Hey, congrats, we chose you. We're about to send you." So they sent me $1,000 StockX credit, and I went straight to these.
Oh, so you got them for free because wow,
Yeah,
I thought they gave you the chance to buy them like at a retail price or something like that. Wow,
yeah. So
StockX hooked
that's
it
how it went
up.
down. But
That
actually, I
is
did have
crazy.
after fees and all that. You know how StockX fees are. I mean, I did have to come out of pocket just a little bit,
Yeah.
but I not more than retail. So I basically got them below retail. It's crazy.
Wow.
So that's why I've been rocking them so much, dude. Like I've worn these so much, and
And it's a
they
good
go with
pair. It
everything.
goes with everything. Yeah, exactly. It's a good
Like
pair.
like I'm not no crease shields. Like I'm just beating it up, and yeah, and I was a little iffy because, like I said, I'm a size 14, but Jordan 1s, how they fit really, they fit big.
Hmm.
And so I sized down to a size 13 and it's perfect. So
That's,
I'm really happy with those.
hey, listen. Sometimes as a sneakerhead, our sizes. I'm a size 10 and a half to 12, depending on the pair.
Right,
I'll
exactly.
make it fit. I'll make it fit. If it's a little
Yeah.
tight, take out the insole. If it's a little big, put a force
Yeah.
field in there. So
Yeah,
we'll
I
do
think
crazy
my true
things.
yeah, dude, for sure. Like the insole out is definitely something I've come to know with the Yeezys for sure, but I'm probably a true size 13 and a half, to be honest.
Mm.
And
Yep.
Yeezy makes those, but there's no J's. I mean, they're probably rare if there are, but I can't find them 13 and a half,
Yeah, usually
especially
when you get to
Jordan
the
1s.
bigger, it's just full sizes up. They don't care about the half sizes. So, wow,
Yeah.
that's crazy. I mean, I don't have any stories like that where I've won like a contest similar to that, but I do have a
Yeah.
crazy ass story about off-white Air Jordan 4s. My
Mhm.
wife hit on exclusive access. That's when they sent out exclusive access to all the
Mhm.
ladies. I think about a week or two earlier before the first drop.
Mhm.
And she hit on them. She hit on her
Wow.
size 7.5. So
Crazy.
we waited to get them in the mail, and we checked the security footage because they said that UPS dropped it off, and we have a camera outside to check the cameras, and there's two boxes sitting out front. She said, "Hey, did you order anything from Nike?" I was like, "No, I didn't order nothing." She called her mom. She said, "Hey, did you order anything?" Nope, no one's ordered anything to the house. I'm like, "Open up both boxes, please." And Nike sent us two off-white Air Jordan 4s.
No way.
But the craziest part is that she had ordered a size 7.5 women's, which was her size, right? So they sent her the size 7.5. But then they sent her an 11.5, which was my size.
Dude.
So I was like, how the hell did how the hell did Nike send her size and my size? Like, wouldn't they just send two 7.5s?
Dude, they hooked it up.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
hooked you up.
And the thing was that we looked on the shipping
Oh
label
my
for both
God.
boxes because there was two different boxes. They weren't two shoes in one box. There were two different
Yeah.
boxes. So we looked at
Yeah.
the shipping label to see if maybe it was somebody else's because to be honest with you, I don't know if the chat's gonna believe me, but I would have dropped it off at the person's house on everything. I would have dropped it off at the person's house. But they were
Wow,
both
that's a real
addressed to my wife, the address,
That's
different
crazy,
shipping
bro.
numbers, but both to the house.
So do you still have both of those pairs?
Nope, we sold both of them. We sold them a little too early. We
I
sold them about
I
2
don't
years
blame
ago.
you. I
Yeah,
don't blame you.
I couldn't pass up
Yeah.
$3,000. So
Yeah. That's
I took
crazy,
the
man.
3K. I mean, well, the wifey took the 3K. But don't worry, she did hook it up. She did buy me a pair of shoes with the money. Because she was gonna give me the size 11 and a half, but
Yeah.
we just said we're just gonna sell them, and I was like, just buy me something, just buy me another pair of shoes, and we were good. So we were able to get a different
Wow.
pair of shoes. So
What a story. I've
yeah,
had uh I've had Nike, dude, but that was before like all the shipping delays. Like that was before COVID and everything, like when
yeah.
Nike was really struggling with shipping and all that. Which is crazy. I haven't heard Nike sending multiple pairs like that long ago. I mean, that was probably what, 2 or 3 years ago now.
Yeah, exactly. No, no
Um,
shipping delays, and I posted a video on YouTube thinking that it would catch on. Like like I put like I got free off white,
mhm,
not clickbait. Good thumbnail, good length.
yeah,
I thought it would do numbers, and I mean, it's not really doing those numbers. But I don't think I've ever seen
dude.
anybody post about getting a free pair of off white sneakers before. So
Well, my homie did get same situation, off white Air Force One lemonades.
oh wow,
Same situation. So it happens, and I don't know how it does. I mean, if I could find out, I might I might be good. But yeah, same situation happened to him. And actually, my dad had a pair of Dunks. Like they weren't anything hype. Real. I mean, they were actually. I did sell them for a pretty 300-400, but they were the white camo Dunks. They did a pack where it was like one white pair of camo Dunks and one like black and green camo Dunk.
yeah,
Um, anyways, yeah, he got sent a free pair, a second pair, same thing, but same size.
yeah,
Same
exactly,
size
same
for my buddy
size.
with the off white Air Forces. I'm pretty sure he got two the same size. But dude, I can't believe they sent you two different sizes. Like, what's going on?
And perfect for both of us, which that's what the crazy part
Yeah,
was. So, I mean, I couldn't
yeah,
believe it. I know I just took that as a blessing, and I just kept it moving. I don't know, and people are like, "Oh, is Nike gonna suspend your account for doing that?" And I mean, she's hit, she's missed
yeah.
out on things. So I don't know. Nike's not watching right now. Let's see what the chat is talking about. We got morning hype in the building. Welcome to the stream. Hey, listen, make sure to smash that like button and hit the subscribe button if you are here enjoying this content right here. What do we have? We got Crocs and 7-Eleven. Okay, so you're here dropping news. Okay, Crocs and 7-Eleven. Travis Scott Air Jordan 1 Low Olive Leak. We talked about that already. Yeezy Slide Smoke Gray. I have seen some stuff about that. And eBay Nike SB Dunk Low. Yes, I have seen all that sneaker news. But
Mm.
thank you, Morning Hype, for letting me know. Let's get back into talking about your collection. Would you say that most of your pairs are resale or retail? Do you dabble in the secondary market often, or are you lucky and hit these for retail?
So I would say, dude, I would honestly say like 90 to 95% of my collection is retail, honestly.
You said
Now
retail or
lately,
resale? Sorry,
retail.
retail.
Yeah,
Okay.
most of my shoes are retail. I mean, Wave Runners retail. We've already talked about these two. I
Hmm.
traded for these. Some of the big bangers, like actually Off-White Michigans, were retail. My dad hit on those. I did pay resale for my lot dunks. I did have to pay resale for these.
Okay.
Which I wear these a lot, man. I love this sneaker.
Yeah, and at
Um,
first those weren't going for too crazy. I think around 350 to four, which was very, very
yeah,
reasonable.
but I do, if it's a sneaker I really really like and it's driving me crazy, and I haven't, yeah, I didn't hit on it for retail. I put in the footwork, like I couldn't get it. Then yeah, I'll dabble into the secondary market. And I do trade some too. So some of these shoes I have gotten from big trades. So yeah, I would say 90%, 80 to 90% of my collection is probably retail.
Okay,
Fortunately,
so you're lucky. Yeah, I can agree with that. With my collection is similar. I probably have paid resale for maybe 4 to 5 pairs. Nothing too
yeah,
crazy. I buy a lot of used because it tends to be cheaper. You can find a lot of deals like that. And
yeah,
being in Atlanta, a lot of these sneaker stores they tend to kind of post some steals and deals sometimes. So like with my Grinches, my
hmm,
Kobe Grinches, I picked those up used for $180. So like
wow,
retail.
great pickup.
I mean, obviously they're used, but I mean, at the point where they were going for like $400 or $500. So I
Yeah, where'd
couldn't.
you scoop those up at?
Versus ATL. Shout out to Versus ATL.
Okay,
Versus ATL is,
oh,
I think, I'm gonna say here on live right now, Versus ATL might be the best sneaker shop in Atlanta, right next to Request. Request is
Ooh.
crazy. Request Boutique is crazy,
Wow.
and Good Times. Those would be my top three favorite stores in Atlanta.
Hmm. Man,
What stores do you tend to shop at?
I gotta show love to Full Circle, man. Those
Full
are
Circle. I've
those
been to
are
Full Circle. Full Circle's dope.
those are some good guys. Full Circle for sure. I've done a lot of deals with them. It's been a while since I've been in there. Actually, I haven't even been into the new shop,
New
but
shop is dope.
um, I need to get over there. So shout out to Full Circle. Also, let me see, Timeless ATL. That's another. They're a little smaller, but
I haven't been
they're
yet.
dope.
It's on my radar.
Yeah, yeah. Show some love to Timeless, but yeah, Good Times and all those. I mean, obviously, Good Times is awesome too, but man, Full Circle, Timeless, and I'm trying to think of one more solid one. I mean, back in the day, is here in the Kennesaw area. They're pretty good.
That's on my list
Memory
too.
Lane.
I haven't been.
Memory
No.
Lane's another one. I actually got a couple pairs from Memory Lane. But I would say, I already told you I don't dabble into the secondary market much. But these stores do have some good used pairs, and they also do some trade stuff. So yeah, those are some good ones off the top of my head.
Yeah, no, I was doing a series where I was going around Atlanta, going to like all of the bigger like sneaker stores and
Hmm.
rating them on like staff friendliness, store appeal, the vibe
Yeah,
of the area, sneaker pricing, mixture of clothing and sneakers. But just versus ATL has always showed me love. So that's why I
yeah,
put them. I put them on the top of the list. But like one of the best selections, if you're looking for like all around, I would say like Good Times ATL. Like they have a crazy
yeah,
sneaker collection and a crazy clothing collection. Like I didn't know how
yeah,
much
for sure.
clothing they had, and so I went into this actual store, and their store is crazy. So
Their
a
their
lot of good
store
stores.
is their store is like the most. I would say it's probably the. Well, I haven't been in Full Circle's new store, but Good Times is pretty. I mean, it's vibey.
Yeah.
It's a vibe in there. It's very vintage feel in there. It's cool. Another one that I forgot to shout out: Souls for Me in Buford. Souls for Me is really nice.
Okay, social media. No, I haven't. I gotta check up all these spots. I gotta check up all these spots.
Yeah,
I've been going to some of them. Like the last 6 months, I haven't went to any of them. But when I first got here, I was going to all of them, to do the video. So that is dope.
yeah,
Let me see. So
sure.
if you had to pick one pair of shoes out of your whole collection, to save, right? Which pair would that be? What is that pair that you would save?
Woo. I mean, man, if you would have asked me a few months ago, it would be these, but now I got to go these.
Okay, okay, Wave Runners, and then we went reverse mochas.
It's got to be. I mean, it's close with these two, but yeah, I mean, these are the shoes that I'm wearing the most, and I would have to go. I mean, it might be Wave Runners over Mochas. Like I know that's
I
might
can't.
sound crazy,
No.
but if I'm picking one shoe to keep forever, I mean, these are going to be more comfortable with the Boost.
Yeah.
So
No. Yeah.
I mean,
I
I might have
agree.
to go Wave.
That's one of the best colorways, one of the best shoes. I know when it first came out, it sat on a pre-order for a couple of days because people weren't feeling it. And then once we started seeing more
Crazy.
people wear it, obviously as it got more popular in the sneaker community, I mean, I think that's a great shoe. The materials on there is A1, comfort is A1,
Mhm.
the look of it,
Yeah,
and when you first think about it, like an orange black, what is that? Lime green laces. We have forest green in
yeah,
the toe box. I believe there's forest green in the toe box. Like all the colors would not go together. But for some reason,
yeah.
okay, so we got the forest green, and then we got the teal, we got the orange, slime green laces, gray, black, creamy midsole. Like
There's a lot going on.
it's a lot going on, but it flows, and it looks so good
So
on feet.
and you can wear this shoe with anything. That is the other good thing.
Hmm.
It's very versatile, dude. Like I've worn these. I don't know if you can see.
Yeah,
I've got
I see a little
the
heel
lap.
drag right there.
Yeah, dude. Like these shoes have been in Greece, New York. They've been in Scottsdale, Arizona. They've been all over Florida. Like I've worn these shoes a lot.
Okay, perfect. That was gonna be my next question. That go-to travel sneaker. So you named it right there. That's the go-to sneaker. That's the travel sneaker. That's the when you go to a new spot, you're gonna take an Instagram flick, and it's probably gonna be the Wave Runners, correct?
It's gonna be those, or it's gonna be some 350s, like 350s, perfect travel shoe. They stuff real tight down in the suitcase or the backpack. So it's gonna be some Yeezys for sure. But like lately, man, I want to like when I travel now, I like want a pair of shoes for like every day. Like it's
Yeah,
hard for me to like just bring one with me.
yeah,
Sometimes I got to do it, but like I try to be pretty versatile. I'll bring like a Yeezy or two, and then I'll bring like a Jordan or a Dunk.
yeah.
So
Something with color, something neutral.
yeah,
Yo, we got SB in the building. Shout out to Silent Brian. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure to hit that like button while you're here enjoying the content. Going back to the
sure.
travel sneaker right here. I might be crazy for it, but my travel sneaker is the OG Travis Scott Mocha, the Jordan 1 High. That is my shoe. I wear that
Great
whenever I
shoe.
travel. Not so much for traveling like on the plane, just for like that one Instagram pic wherever I'm at. So like it's been to London, Paris, LA, Arizona,
Fire.
all the places I go to. I usually have an
That's
Instagram
dope.
pic with the reverse Mocha. I just love that shoe. You know, it's very versatile. So you can wear it with all your outfits, most of your outfits. So that is one thing. It's leather. It does have that suede. So that is the aspect where if it's a little wet outside, I might go with something different. But when I travel, I usually pick maybe like 3 to 4 pairs of shoes. That's usually what's filling up the suitcase, and just t-shirts too. That's what I tend to usually gravitate to, because shorts and pants, you can usually rotate through those. A couple wears, depending on how hot it is, but a couple wears for the pants and shorts. But always have to have a crispy t-shirt on and crispy shoes on. That's what I usually go to.
That's clean, man. What would you say your second one if you had to pick one to go with the Mochas?
Probably foams right now. Foams.
Oh, yeah, it's a good pick.
Because one that goes with everything. Two, because I'm gonna wear either like the sand one or the Onyx one. So Bama versatile, and it's just a conversation piece. Whether you think they're ugly, whether you think they're nice, whether you think they're an alien shoe, it's just something that, as a sneakerhead, I used to be called Neckbreaker94. That was my Instagram handle on IG.
That's
Not physically breaking people's neck out there. Listen, I don't condone violence, but when people are looking at my feet, I like to see that neck turn. So I usually wear the foam runners because it usually does
awesome.
break a lot of people's necks. So that is.
Have you
what was that?
Have you worn foam runners or Yeezy slides to like a beach or like a lake or like a wet location, like where there's water?
No,
Yeah.
I have not. I'm originally from West Palm Beach, Florida, so we have the beach like 5 minutes from us. Unfortunately, I didn't have foam runners when I was living in Florida. And Yeezy slides, I usually wear Nike slides to the beach, but no, I have not. Why, do you have experience with them? Are they not good? Are they good?
Yeah, just be careful. I don't know with the slides. I mean, I'm sure you've seen the videos of the guys like feet slipping through them, like
I've
at the
seen
beach,
that, yeah.
and get stuck in there. But like with the foam runners, I actually just wore those. Great travel shoe. Also, I should throw that in there. I wore those in, where did I wear those? Jamaica for my honeymoon, and also wore them in Arizona. And we went like tube rafting down this river, and I wore them in the river like the whole time we were doing this thing. And dude, the foam runners, they're just so squeaky. Like if you get out of the water, like people are gonna be hearing you from a mile away. Like it's so loud and annoying.
Yeah, I
Dude,
definitely
it's
agree.
like so squeaky.
And,
So like,
and that's even wet.
just keep that in mind.
Yeah, that's wet. I can imagine, because even when I remember I wore them. I had first got them, and I had got them early in the morning. Luckily, FedEx dropped them off early in the morning. Hey, listen, FedEx, if you guys are listening, stop stealing my
FedEx
shoes.
is on. Oh,
Yeah, stop stealing my stop stealing my shoes. They steal my shoes. I've got multiple
No
pairs
way.
stolen by FedEx. Yeah. But when they're on point, they are on point. I like that you're gonna say that. It's with FedEx. It's either they're stealing my shoes or they're on point. So they did drop it off early in the morning, and I wore them to work, and that was a bad decision because I was walking back and forth from my desk to here, and the whole office area was just hearing squeak, 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 squeak on the floor.
yeah. Fresh out of the box, they're squeaky.
Yeah.
But, like if you're wearing them, broken them in, like, and you're at like a lake or a beach, I'm telling you, you get if you're getting in the water with them. Some people don't want to do that, but like I think it's funny and cool to do that. So, but just keep that in mind. They're squeaky, but yeah, fresh out of the box, they're squeaky too. For sure.
Yeah, that's funny.
I got two questions on that note that I just thought of. So, foam runners, are you rock number one? Are you rocking with socks or no socks?
Socks. If you rock them
Okay.
without socks, the only
Okay.
acceptable without socks is obviously if you're wearing them in the water or like you're going to like a beach or something like that. But other than that, nah, that's not.
Okay.
It's socks.
Okay, for sure. All right.
What about
Just want
you?
to make sure we're on the same page. I have
Okay.
worn them without socks, but rarely. They slide a little bit in the back. They're not as comfortable without
Yeah,
socks.
you're gonna get
They
that
don't
rash.
stay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't. Stay. I actually made a funny video. I ran. I didn't run. Actually, I did make a video of me running a mile in foam runners, and that was okay. I did the Vermilions,
Uh huh.
and then I walked. I walked a mile in my Stone Sage foam runners, and I got done walking after a mile, and I had a huge blister, and I was bleeding on my foot. Like, no kidding.
Yeah, no,
That's
that
without
rubber,
socks.
yeah, that rubber without
That's
socks
without
is
socks.
unforgiving. Especially me,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna cap. I don't know if chat wants to know this, but my toes on my knuckles, they're kind of some hair. There's kind of some hair on my knuckles, and that's gonna be pulling each hair one by one.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to deal with that. Hey, listen, chat. Let me know if you guys have foam runners. Are you rocking them
Funny.
with socks or without socks? Let me know. Let me know in the
Yeah,
chat
we
down
need to
below.
know. I already know. I think most people are rocking them with socks, but I don't. They don't look as good. I think either without socks.
No,
So,
yeah, you gotta have some
but like
socks.
but like Crocs. I mean, a foam runner is pretty close to a Croc, right?
Yeah.
And you see people rocking with and without socks. You know, rocking Crocs with and without socks, and it looks fine. But for some reason, the foams, because it's like a hyped shoe, it's like gotta throw some socks on, dude.
Yeah, no, yeah, I definitely agree. Like
Uh,
even with slides, I tend to wear socks, except if I'm going to like
yeah.
somewhere like if I'm going somewhere quick, then I'll throw on the slides. No socks, you might see the ashy feet. But other than that, like it's usually with socks, or if I'm going to like the beach or the pool or a water park, obviously, no socks
Yeah.
either. What was your second question?
Actually, I was just thinking about it. It's not really a question, but like you were mentioning the FedEx stuff. Well, I
Hmm.
guess it is. I wanted to know what shoes got stolen from FedEx, and I wanted to talk about laser ship, man. Like I got a bunch to say about that. So
Laser ship is another. Laser ship is FedEx 2.0.
yeah, so
For the FedEx, they were a pair of Dunks that I was gonna resell. Nothing too crazy.
mhm.
I hit on the sneakers app. I believe they were
Which ones?
Marina Blue. So nothing too crazy. Retail
Yeah,
110.
yeah,
And then I was gonna flip them for like 160. So a smooth $50. Some lunch money. So that
yeah,
was one reason why I was upset about that. I was more upset that they weren't having accountability for it. More than like I got my money back. Nike sent me the money back, so I didn't lose any money. It was just the accountability part, like trying to talk to somebody at FedEx, speaking to like the representatives, the customer service, and then speaking to the people at the facility. Whole bunch
yeah,
of mix match things. I have it on camera. I was supposed to get two pairs of shoes delivered that day. They only dropped off one box, which the box that they did deliver was open and destroyed. Um,
Oh no,
and it was a
hate to
women's
see it.
it was a women's shoe. That's why the driver didn't take it. It was a smaller women's shoe. It was for the wifey. So
That's
he kept the
crazy.
men's size. But it's just the way he moved, like he literally ran to the door, threw the box, and ran back to his car. And if you know fucking FedEx workers, they're not moving that fast. They're not moving
No,
that fast. So like
no.
that was it. And the reason why he took him back to the facility was for inspection. So I was like, okay, they need to inspect it. So I said, where's the stuff? They said it takes 2 days for them to inspect it. I said, all right, bet. I went back 2 days to the facility, the Norcross facility, knocking on the door. Where are my shoes? We can't find them. I said, so the driver took them. We can't blame the
Yeah.
driver. So if the driver said that they took it back for inspection and you can't find them being inspected, then where are they? We don't know. So I just left it like that. But that was what pissed
Oh
me off
no.
more. And another pair was from it was from my wife's uncle. We sent them to him from we ordered them off of StockX, sent it to his house, and it never showed up.
Oh my gosh, you get your money back for those?
Yeah, those I had to call my card, and StockX
Mm.
banned me because they said that I was trying to play some shit on them, and StockX had banned me because I had called to get a chargeback on my card. And I guess when you do that with StockX, they ban you. But
Yeah.
all I had to do was call them and told them the situation, and they unbanned me. So I'm good on StockX, but they did ban me for a little bit because they thought I was doing some fraud.
Wow, that's crazy. So So laser ship, I've FedEx is always good with me because a lot of these all these Yeezys that I get are all FedEx, and they all show up. And luckily,
Hmm.
I've had good experience in FedEx. But Nike is like most of the time for me now. Nike is laser ship, and I don't know if that's the area that I live in,
Hmm.
but Nike is like they do UPS, they do laser ship, they do FedEx. Like sometimes you just never know.
Yeah.
But with at least with Adidas, like their shipping is always on point. Like FedEx always makes it, and I mean, I guess less people are looking for Yeezys, and more people are looking for off whites probably and Travis Scotts.
Hmm.
But anyways, Laser Ship. I'll never forgive them for not delivering my UNC dunks. Dude, I wanted that shoe so bad, and I
It's a
hit
good
for
colorway.
retail, and they just never showed up. The tracking never updated. They never got picked up by Lasership apparently. And yeah, I got my money back for those. I've had a pair of LeBrons, a pair of Cool Gray 11s, and a couple more on Lasership that never got delivered.
Yeah,
Um,
Lasership just recently got in trouble for that. I think
yeah,
one of the big facilities got like the main guy
yeah, yeah.
fired because, I mean, I don't know.
In the Carolinas,
I trust UPS. Like UPS is, I've never had anything. Knock on
yeah,
wood. I've never had anything from UPS. Maybe that's the most expensive way to ship something, probably.
probably.
But laser ship. I agree with you. Laser ship. Anytime I see that little yellow truck come around with that laser ship logo, I get pissed off. I'm like, let me see what they're about
Yeah.
to steal today.
Well, StockX, does DHL sometimes when they come from overseas,
Hmm.
and those are always signatures, so those are always fun too. But I mean, Lasership is. I've had FedEx and UPS like deliver them in the wrong location, like because I'm in an apartment, right? So
Hmm.
sometimes they go up to the office, sometimes they go to my doors, sometimes they're at a neighbor's, sometimes they're at the mail room. So it's like that kind of stuff happens. And of course, when a package says delivered and it's my shoes and they're not here, like I'm freaking out.
Yeah, you get that feeling in
But
your stomach. Like, where are they?
yeah, so with Laser Ship, those ones that just never showed up and the tracking never updated, I did get my money back from Nike, which is cool and all. I mean, obviously wanted the shoes, but at least they gave me my money back, and
Hmm.
that was all easy. But after the last one, I don't remember which one it was exactly, but they said like, hey, this is the last time. Basically, after this, moving forward, you've got to reach out to Lasership or whoever directly. So like, apparently, my account, I can't get refunds from Nike anymore.
Yeah,
So
no,
that sucks.
that's the biggest thing. That's the biggest like nerve wracking thing because obviously like with these retailers, they're gonna refund you the first, second, maybe even the third time, but then
Yeah,
eventually they're just gonna say, hey, we're not gonna ship to you, and then that's gonna
yeah,
be the day that you hit on a pair of Travis's and it'll be like, hey,
yeah.
we can't ship it to you. So I mean
Oh
that's just
no.
the thing. So yeah, at least for both of us, they were just dunks. I mean your UNC was a little bit more
Yeah,
pricier than mine's. And you wanted to wear yours. I can just
but
imagine if it was a
yeah,
pair I wanted.
I
Um,
still want that shoe so bad. It's so clean.
yeah, it's no the UNC colorway is probably one of the best colorways on any model, whether that is a Jordan, a Dunk, UNC off white Air Jordan ones,
I mean, I do have these, so I guess
Kentucky,
I
right?
mean,
Those are Kentucky. That's gonna be the Kentucky
these
colorway,
might be a little better with than the UNCs. I don't know,
and more
but
pricier, way more pricier.
yeah, I threw the SB laces in there too. The cream. I thought that looked pretty cool.
Yeah, and it's good because that's a rope style lace instead of the traditional Dunk flat lace. So it's a nice way to
I
style
would,
it.
but I would love to have those UNCs, man. Every time I see someone rocking them, they just look so fresh.
Hey,
So
that might be your pair. It might be your
yeah,
pair.
yeah, yeah, for real, dude. No, seriously, and they've restocked since then.
Yeah,
So I'm like, that might have been my pair, that just never left the warehouse.
that's funny.
But yeah, man.
What would be your rarest shoe in your collection? Do you have a rarest shoe in your collection? Maybe something that not a lot of people have.
Ooh, shoot, 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 shoot. Yeah, I can't get to it. It's under a lot of
You
boxes,
can just tell me. Yeah,
but something off the top of my head would be the Damian Lillard Adidas Bape sneaker.
I know exactly which one you're talking about.
It's they released exclusively out in LA for All Star Weekend
Hmm.
in 2017 or 18, maybe 2018 probably.
It was three different colorways,
And
right? A green camo, a
yeah,
black camo, and a red camo.
yeah, and I got the green one, so I have that one. That's pretty cool. Pretty rare too. What else? What else? I mean, these go for a pretty penny. These are pretty rare, especially in a size 14. The Bad Bunny First Cafe.
Okay, yeah, that's the Adidas form
Um,
that he had on the model. Are those shoes
yeah,
comfy, or do they wear like a dunk? Because they kind of like remind me of a early
yeah.
2000 skate shoe.
They're very similar to SB Dunk, I would say. Fat tongue, pretty comfortable. Yeah.
That's dope.
Um, that's. I mean, I do have a couple. I mean, SBs, Dunk Highs. I mean, these are pretty
Yes, sir.
rare. So.
And those two are fire colorways.
Yeah, appreciate it. I love those. I mean, a lot of people sleep on the Dunk Highs. They don't get a lot of love, but
Yeah, you can tend to see those
um,
sitting sometimes for like the more like the common models. Like I've seen like Panda High Dunk sitting at
yeah,
Finish Line and Foot Locker. Let's
yeah, for
see. We
sure.
got we got one goo up in the building, late to the party. My bad, but we here though. Hey, listen. It doesn't matter when you arrive, as long as you arrive. That's all that matters. That's all it matters. Do you have a really
That's
old pair of sneaker in your collection? Like, what is your oldest sneaker in your collection? Oh, that might be it right there.
I mean, this might be it. This is another banger too.
Yeah.
Um,
Shadow Backboards
you know,
1.0. Right?
2.0.
2.0, yes.
Yeah. So I have the 3.0 too.
That is
That might.
that's the orange and black one, right? Or is that
Yeah.
4.0? No,
These
3.
shot up, dude.
Yeah.
These are clean. I need the first ones to complete. I mean, that would be the rarest probably in my collection if I got the first one. Because in a size 14, that's really tough. Actually, a sneaker exit, I had a really good talked this guy down to like 8 or 900 on the 1.0s. They were
Hmm.
DS, everything size 14, and I didn't pull the trigger. But I'll probably kick myself for not doing that day. But yeah,
Have you ever thought about removing that shine off of the patent leather on the 3.0 or 3.0s? Yeah. I've seen a couple of
yeah,
videos about that.
oh yeah, I did too. But like, I don't. I kind of like the shine,
You
man.
like the
Like
shine?
that's Yeah, I've seen, and I appreciate the people customizing it and making it like not look shiny, but like I think that's what makes that shoe like pop. I think it makes it
Hmm.
controversial too, because not a lot of people like it, and that's what I like. I mean, I like shoes that are gonna make people look and be like, oh, those are cool, or or those are interesting, or whatever. So I think and I also think it's a good twist on the shattered backboard line. I mean, if they're gonna label that a shattered backboard, I mean,
That looks like the most
that's
shattered backboard it could look like.
yeah, not only that, but like that's top tier sneaker stuff, Like, they've got to if they're gonna put that sneaker in that lineup, like they need to come out with something crazy, and I think they did that with that shoe. So
Yeah, no, I agree. Shout out to Sneaker
mm.
Knockers in the building. What up, Seth? What up, my boy? Yo, yo,
What's
yo.
up? What's up?
My boy Spencer. Yes, sir. Shout out to Sneaker Knockers in the building. I appreciate you guys for coming through and showing love. Yo, Sneaker Knockers in the chat. Yes, sir. Morning hype. We stay with the people in the chat. Hey, listen, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you are new here. We are on the road to 2,000 subs, and I appreciate everybody tuning in. So we are getting to that latter portion of the podcast live stream where we're going to get into some of the bigger topics. One of the biggest topics that I do want to get into is your opinion on rep sneakers. What are
Yeah.
your thoughts on reps? But not just reps. We'll go into kind of the bootleg, inspired by, customized world.
Okay. Yeah, I can definitely touch on that. Reps, that's obviously a big topic in the sneaker industry now, and I think more now than ever. Honestly, that wasn't a huge thing really that I remember about, anyways. Coming into the game back, when I started into sneakers. But for me, it's like nowadays it's really hard to tell like if someone's rocking a real pair or a fake pair,
Mm-hmm.
and obviously there are those outliers where you can see it from a mile away, like, oh my
Supreme on a
gosh, like,
350.
yeah, stuff like that, and that's when it's silly to me. But like if someone really wants a shoe and they can't afford it and they want to get a replica, and I can't tell that it's not real, then I can't make fun of that person. I can't blame them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's on them. Like if but the problem I think where it's at is when people are trying to sell, the reps as real. I think that's a really, big issue in the industry now. And I think, obviously with all the StockX stuff that you've heard about, I'm sure going on, that's obviously a huge, issue with the rep market. Now,
Mhm.
obviously these are all real here that I've shown you. I have, inspected a few reps. I think it's interesting, to check them out and compare them,
Mhm.
at sneaker stores and stuff. I do think it's interesting for knowledge, to know, especially if you're going to buy something. It's kind of good to know like what is going to make it a rep, and that way where your money is going towards.
Yeah.
But but like we touched on a little earlier, like the real ones are the ones that's going to hold value. And if I want to sell all this, and whenever, then I know that I'm going to make money on it. Like if these were all reps, I'd be broke. I wouldn't be able to make any money on them.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
that's my 2 cents on reps. If you have them and you rock them, cool. But don't try to, I don't know, don't try to sell them as real.
Or
Don't
flex
try to
them.
send them to stock set,
That they're real.
StockX.
Yeah.
So that's my 2 cents on it. But as far as the customs, I told you earlier about the custom cleats that I was doing. I've always loved going on Nike. It used to be Nike ID back in the day, but now it's Nike by You.
Yeah.
I do have a few Nike by Yous in my collection. I've got a pair of Nike by You Dunks on the way. I did exclusive access on those actually a couple weeks ago.
Oh, so you got lucky.
Um,
And I seen you wearing the John Geiger Air Force One,
yeah,
whatever you
so
want to call it.
that's what I want to get into right now. I'm a huge John Geiger fan.
Okay.
I think,
But look
I
at the
think
quality.
he's
You can see the quality on there is looking A1.
Yeah. So John Geiger, I've actually met him. I went to his pop-up event in Pittsburgh, and he released these shoes exclusively in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
The Pirates, Steelers colorway. Such a cool dude, and the event was so cool. He signed my box. Like we got to chat a little bit. We got a picture, and just learning more about him and what he's been through with his brand and the stuff obviously with Nike and the lawsuits and all that, and him getting through all of that and still making dope shoes like to this day, like
Mhm.
after all of that with Nike. I think it's just so cool, man. He's you got to appreciate these designers, and I know some people give him a hard time because it is an Air Force One model or look alike at the end of the day.
Mhm.
That's obviously where he drew his inspiration from. But my opinion, like this is just a 10 times of a better Air Force One. Like the materials, you can smell them. Like that's actually real leather.
Yeah. And
The quality is
a
way better.
Bapesta is an Air Force One too.
Yeah,
A
exactly.
Bapesta is Air Force One too. So there's a lot of different designers that have used the Air Force One. I mean, that is probably one of the most iconic shoes in sneaker history is the Air Force One. And the fact
Yeah,
of people making soles, and it's so expensive to make a mold of a sole and uppers, and only so much you can do when creating a
yeah,
shoe. So as long as you add your twist to it, I don't really see a problem with that either.
yeah. And so I think what he's done is super neat, and he's such a cool dude. Like I said, and to see his creative process too. He's very open about his factory and where his shoes are coming from and the process behind making his shoes.
Hmm.
So it's really neat. But yeah, as far as like customs, like the whole other topic is like the painting on shoes, like that kind of customizing.
Yeah,
Um,
basically turning a heritage Air Jordan One into a bred Air Jordan One.
yeah,
It's real. It's real materials. The shoe has come from Nike Jordan brand. We just added black paint to where the white is, and now it is. Is it a bred Jordan One? Is it a heritage with black paint? Is it a rep? Is it a fake sneaker? Since it's a real colorway of a real sneaker, like
I'm actually
it's
looking at some
tricky.
heritage. I'm looking at some heritages right now. They're in their box, but I've got them over here because I want to do a little project with them. I don't want to necessarily paint on them or turn them into Chicago or whatever, but I have been recently more so interested in the like neo vintage type sneakers. Like I think it's really cool to see like what Chef, what's his name, Chef. I
Yeah,
don't even know
yeah,
how.
yeah. He aged the Fire Red threes. That was his most recent one.
Yes, yes, yes. I don't even know how to pronounce his last
Yeah,
name,
yeah, I got you. Yeah, me neither.
but I think it's cool to see what he does and like he's customizing all these shoes to make them look like they're 20, 30 years old, but he's bringing them to life now, and he's got a huge customer base with celebrities and athletes. I think that's so cool, and also Foxtrot uniform is another one that I've been super interested in. So my project with the Heritage is going to be basically turning that shoe into. I don't want to change the colors necessarily. I want to make the white like more like sail, like tan looking.
You kind of like dip
But
them in coffee, like have them dipped in
yeah,
coffee and
exactly.
then
So
pull them
I have
out.
I have a have a bunch of coffee right here. So that's a project I'm going to be doing. I haven't found the time. And I've got all the supplies, I think, but yeah, that's my next project. Is I'm gonna coffee dip those Heritage ones. I'm gonna age the midsole,
Scrape
and
it
I'm
up a
actually
little
also
bit. Scrape it up a little bit. Make it a
yeah,
little worn.
I'm also gonna change the toe box. I'm gonna flatten it down a little bit, and I just want to. Actually, I should show you, but like this guy did it on Instagram, and it just looks perfect to me. I think that shoe is also going to increase in value. I think a lot of people are bricking, calling it a brick lately,
I hate
but
that. I hate that.
but but that shoe and that colorway, once people start wearing that shoe and there's less of them for sale, and also they start aging, and you start seeing people like rocking it as a vintage shoe
They're gonna
like
appreciate
10
that.
20 10 20 years from now, it's going to look sick, I think.
Yeah, no, I agree. They're gonna appreciate that. All these shoes that they're calling bricks right now, I think it's complete disrespect because they're all fire colorways: midnight navy sixes, green bean fives, fire
Mhm.
red threes. I walked into the store picking up fire red threes. Like it's
Yeah.
crazy. Um,
Georgetown Sixes is
Georgetown
another one,
sixes
dude.
sat like that. That's a
I,
PE. That's a
I
PE.
saw I saw a guy rocking those the other day, and they looked so fresh.
Yes,
So
they
yeah,
actually
I'm with
have
you.
pairs at Ponce City Market, that Nike that they opened up in
Oh, really?
Ponce. Yeah, they have pairs there. So if you're looking to grab that pair, I know
Okay,
they have
word.
them there. I don't know if they have what sizes. Size 14. I didn't ask, but they did have it sitting out in the front. So I mean that's basically a PE. People are passing on PEs. The reason why I pass on it, just financial wise, I can't buy every single Jordan that comes
Yeah.
out. But if I did have an extra 250, I would have got the Georgetown PEs because not PEs, the Georgetown sixes, because that is
Yeah.
in my eyes that would always be a PE. Let's see
Mhm.
what chat's talking about. Sneaker Knockers is saying, "Laser ship snatched my Marina Blue Air Jordan 1 lows, shaking my head." See, Laser
Oh
ship is
no.
out there, bro. Laser ship is out there, and it's crazy because when they realize that that shoe isn't going for anything crazy. That shoe is going for retail, maybe $50 over retail on the secondary market, but you can lose your job. You can lose whatever you're making every 2 weeks for taking, if you get caught, which I don't know if they're gonna get caught, but for taking $120 shoe, $150 shoe.
Yeah.
Are they serious?
Man, it's
I
gotten to
don't
the
know.
point with Laser Ship that like I'm keeping an eye out to
Hold it
make
at the
sure I
facility.
know.
Hold it at the facility. That's what I'm gonna tell them.
Well, no, and like if it says out for delivery, like I'm kind of keeping my eyes out to see when that truck gets here. And like there's been times where I've seen the Laser Ship truck come in here, and then he'll leave, and my package wasn't delivered, and it says attempted delivered, and he didn't even try. Like he just took it back to the facility, didn't even try to deliver my package, and just stuff like that. That's just unexcusable with them.
Yeah, no. When I saw the FedEx for my dunks, I saw them. I was upstairs. We have a newborn upstairs, so I was tending to him, and I saw that he dropped only one pair. I came downstairs with the baby. I said, "Ashley, hold on real quick." I gave her the baby, and I ran outside, and all I did was see the brake lights of the truck, and I was like, "Damn, I'm not gonna catch it. I'm not gonna catch it. I'm not gonna catch it."
Run him
So,
down.
yeah, I ran out there barefoot. I was like, "Yo, yo, yo," and I didn't catch it, obviously, but yeah,
gosh.
that's what you have to do. It sucks. Sometimes you're gonna have to sit out front, call off of work, sit out front the whole
Yeah,
day
yeah.
with a camera and be like,
Camp
"Yo,
out.
I recorded the whole 24 hours, no attempted delivery, like just for proof, because
Yeah.
they don't want to believe you. They don't. or they don't care to believe you. They're just gonna tell you get your money back, and it's easier to do with models like the Dunks or maybe those Marina Blues because they're not going for too much. But imagine you hitting on the off-white green Sparks, hyped, and then they say inspection or not delivered or attempted
delivery. Like waiting for carrier pickup.
That's $2,000 right there. That if you wanted to sell them, if you were gonna rock them for personal, it's different. But if you wanted to sell them, that's
they know it too.
Yeah, they stay up to the events. Like whenever they have something drop. Like look at the Memphis thing. Like they had all the trailers, but they had tons and tons of boxes that were left alone because they knew that those were like the color codes. Those were the color ones that no one wanted. They only hit for the Jordan 4s, the 6s, whichever ones, the 11s that they had. Like they knew exactly what was going down. And what they say, $800,000 worth of stock was stolen?
Yeah. Well, you've seen, I think it's so crazy too. Like after that went down, like you start seeing like some resellers around town. I know a few in Atlanta that were posting those same pairs that got jacked.
Hey, Memphis is right up the road. Memphis is right up the road.
It makes you wonder, like, man, like, you know, people might be doing this for real, you know, around here too. So
no, yeah,
I mean they are not. It's not a might. Like they are doing this, and
especially when stores have full size runs of green Sparks. Like, how'd you get your hands on a full size run of green Sparks? I got size 8.5 to 12.
Yeah, who was your plug?
Exactly. That's one thing about Private Selection that people have been talking about. Like, Private Selection has been leaking everything. Nothing can stay safe. If Private Selection wants that pair or wants to leak that pair, they have everything. Who is Private Selection plugged into? Because they are moving everything, and they get it 6 months, 8 months, unreleased, rumored. They get it early.
It's got to be someone at Nike or someone overseas. It's got to be.
Yeah.
It's got to be someone, and probably someone overseas. If I had to guess, it's someone overseas, you know, that works with the manufacturing side, and that's sliding a couple pairs out the door. Really, literally.
It has to be. Listen, we've been here for an hour and 20 minutes. We probably could go for another 3.5 hours, but we're gonna leave it here. Maybe we'll do a part 2. We'll come back to another live stream.
Yeah, sure.
But right here, I want to leave it to you to plug your Instagram, and after you plug your Instagram and all your socials, where they can find you. If you have any questions for me, we'll leave that for the last portion right here. So the floor is yours.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for having me on. Instagram is at SPNCCROSS, and same for TikTok. So find me there. Also on Twitter, I do a lot of sneaker stuff on Twitter. Obviously got the Twitter alerts on, but I do like to be engaged in the community there. So that's where you can find me.
I'll make sure to link everything down in the description. So I will be re-uploading this for the people that missed the stream, or if the people are just now catching it a little bit later. I will be re-uploading this for a playback so you guys can watch it. Kill the boys, Sneaker Knockers. Thank you. I appreciate you for coming through. So don't worry. Make sure to smash that like button, hit that subscribe button. Any final questions, thoughts, anything you want to leave the people with as we end off this live stream podcast?
No, I mean that pretty much wraps it up, man. Like I said, appreciate you having me on. I really enjoyed it. And yeah, if you're ever down for part 2, let me know, and we'll have to stay in touch. Especially here in Atlanta. You know how the community is here; it's pretty tight, especially in sneakers. So look forward to staying in touch with you, man.
Perfect, bro. Just stay on the call. I'm going to close out this live stream. All right, guys. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. It's been your boy, Tim. We got, Jay came in at the last minute. Great convo. I appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button if you are new here. I appreciate everybody that came through, showed love. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll catch you guys in the next live stream. Peace.